The next task is to generate a set of 5 comma-separated value or CSV files, one per sheet, to be used for import into the corresponding 5 tables in the MySQL Sporting Goods database. It's best to perform these tasks one by one, that is, generate the CSV file and import it into an appropriate table. Some of the importing tasks will be done using MySQL import wizard, other by running an SQL script. Imports with null values that we'll deal with in the product and employee tables can be temperamental, to say the least. So you'll get to be patient. You will sometimes need to step back before moving forward, fix the mistakes, and so forth, resolve errors, and things of that nature. The sequence of table imports is also important. We first start with customer, then employee, then order, then product, and finish with order detail. So let's switch back to Excel and the customer table we've worked with in the last recording, eventually converting the expiration date into a correct format. So exporting from Excel to CSV can be done a number of different ways. What I typically do, and I'll use it here throughout, is to right click on the customer sheet. Okay, choose to where is it, move or copy into a new book, but make sure to create a copy. Okay, so move the entire sheet into a new book. You can see it's the new one because it says book 1 and there's nothing, no other tabs at the bottom. Okay, then we'll highlight the transformed expiration date, we'll copy it, and then we'll paste special it with the 1, 2, 3 values, okay, to get the actual dates in there in the desired format. And then we'll select, or highlight I should say, the old expiration day and these intermediate columns, year, month, and day. Right click and delete them. Then we'll scroll to the left, and then we'll do the file save as. You browse for the lectures file under 02 Relate DM. I'm going to do it in my videos folder. And then we want to create a customer, but not Excel workbook. We're going to create a CSV or comma delimited, comma separated values file. Okay, so when you do that and hit save, it automatically complains about this being not the right format. Do you want to keep it? Yes, we do. And then what we want to do is use the Notepad++. So let's switch back to it. Close the scripts you have open, and then open up in the 02 Relay DM lectures, in my case slides and videos. Let's open up this customer CSV file to see how it looks like. Okay, it's going to be, look like a horrendous amount of information. Every column you can see is separated by a comma. For the addresses, they can be problematic because sometimes the addresses can contain commas themselves, in which case the whole address should be enclosed in double quotes. If these should sometimes create problems, but in this case I don't think we should have any. Scroll down, but there is really nothing you can really reasonably discern here before importing, when some of these things might present themselves as problems. So at any rate, I just wanted you to see what is sort of the native look of that comma separated value file. Let's close it and minimize Notepad. Okay, then actually let's get back to Notepad and open up our import script from the same lectures folder, which is called MySQL 2_11_import_customers, and open it up to sort of check it out and review it. Okay, one additional wrench in the whole process is that MySQL, at least under the current setup, allows you to upload only from one specific folder that is shown here in the first or second line of the script. Okay, it's called program data folder under the C drive, MySQL Server 5.7, and uploads. Okay, to make this even more complicated, this program data folder and everything within it is unfortunately hidden. So we have to go to the file manager, and under this PC we're going to click on the local disk, and then under View tab, we're going to show the hidden items. Okay, that will show us the program data. You can kind of tell that is typically a hidden folder because the folder looking icon is dimmed. If you double click on it, you will be able to see the MySQL subfolder, MySQL Server 5.7, and then finally the uploads, okay, which is currently empty. So we're going to have to let's use another start another file explorer. I'm going to move it within the recording view, and then go to my 02 Relate lectures, and then right click on the customer CSV file, copy it, switch to the uploads folder, and paste it. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the script, which other than this first line on the location of the file is pretty much self-explanatory. We want to import the content of that file into the customer table. The fields, as we know, are terminated by commas. That's what comma separated value. Fields and the lines are terminated by the end of line character. The ignoring of the first row has to do with the heading, which does not contain data, contains heading, so we want to sort of skip it. Okay, so what we're going to do is close the script in Notepad, minimize Notepad, and we're going to open Toad quickly. Once it's open and brought into the recording view, we're going to open up this script from the class folder 02 Relate DM lectures folder, and the script number is 11. MySQL2_11_ import customers, as we just discussed. Okay, and it's going to immediately complain about the last row. Okay, we do have the customers CSV file in that uploads folder. Okay, although there is a warning or error here near the rows folder, let's try to run it. First of all, make sure that the sports DB video, that's our sports database, is selected. That's a critical part. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And then let's try to run it and see what happens. Okay. Although it complains about this, what I've noticed, and let's see if that's the case, is that the data is not imported. So we're going to close this. We'll try it again. I'm going to try to reopen it and see if I can run this again. I've run this successfully before. Yep. So again, not knowing exactly what went wrong, I just closed the script and reopened it. I should have probably had the sports database active immediately. Let's view the details. Under data, refresh, you'll see all 322 322 rather records imported into the table. Okay. Again, if you have any problems, and clearly there are some, you're expected to try to resolve them first yourselves. If after repeated attempts the data will not load into this customer table, check the discussion board. Maybe somebody posted something that can give you a clue. If it doesn't help, email me and our TAs, and we'll try to help you both during office hours, in class, or whenever. Okay, and this again, closing the table, this is a good point to switch back to the presentation and pause.